Welcome to the 8th Trust Me, I'm Not an Expert podcast. Over there, one of your hosts, that man Ice.
Yes, sir.
And me, I'm JT. And Ice, we just gonna get straight to it, man. We are at the quarter mark, the 20-game mark, however you want to call it, of this NBA season, and now we can pass judgment on these niggas. Where do you want to start?
It is Victory Wednesday after a very fun shootout at the AAC here. Sidebar, we say this every show. I live right by the AAC. Saw a whole fucking 3-car wreck.
Oh.
Of the beautiful North Texas people trying to get to the game late.
Oh no.
Because the game started at 6:30.
Yeah, it was an early game. Yeah.
The wreck happened at like 6:55. Like, no need to rush now. Badass wreck. I mean, everybody was fine, but like, he was right in front of my building. Damn. So now we can't get out the building. So like the ambulance and the fucking police had our shit blocked off.
That's tough, man. Because I'm pretty sure it was a highly avoidable wreck.
They didn't miss anything except the Mavz giving up a crazy 37-21 run in the first half.
But
that's all they missed.
They did catch the 37-point third quarter from the Mavericks.
I thought it was more than that.
Victory comes in the form of finally playing in the third quarter. Yeah, I think it was like 37-34. That's how it was scored. I think that's how they did. Mavericks are like notoriously bad for scoring in the third quarter.
And Golden State is
historically
great, amazing in the third.
So it was just straight up opposite day.
I tweeted that. Yeah, I tweeted that at Trust Me, I'm Not an Expert on Twitter. Oh, and I was just like, we survived the third.
What a professional.
I have hope.
You hear that plug, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah. What a professional.
Yeah.
Was I the only one that found that game comical from a traveling standpoint?
Oh, the Golden State fandom all in the fucking ring. I mean, they travel well.
No. I mean the literal travel calls.
Oh, here you go. Here you go. Me taking you serious.
Bro. The Candace like noted it, and then I started like tracking it. But like I want to say there was about 8 to 10 travel calls.
Yeah, easily.
And and most of them were travels. Mainly Steph switching his pivot foot. Like, what? I do this all the time. And the other one was one of them I remember when they said Luka traveled, but he gathered 1-2. You did the Euro, and they were like, nah, bro, you did something tricky with your hands. I thought you shuffled your feet.
My favorite was when they hit Jordan Poole with it, and I was just like,
Jordan Poole travels and carries all the time.
He carries a lot,
and like they do not call it on that nigga. And
he carries a lot.
He seemed like way more out of control last game. I don't know why. I think it's just the way that the Warriors play. Like maybe that's just what they do now since they're, dramatically younger this year. They got like a young squad, and the squad's trying to play at that Warriors pace.
Right.
But that Warriors pace is a fine balance between, perfection and chaos.
But they needed that second team to play that crazy pace.
They played well.
Yeah, that second team played great.
Which is weird because historically they play bad. And the starting five for the Warriors is like historically great. And
right.
They were playing terrible.
Yeah, they left us in the game.
Mavz was handling them. Nasty triple-double from Luka. Is it we're 20 games in. Is he the MVP?
We got to win for him to be the MVP.
Okay. Right now we're 500. So
I think he's the best offensive player in basketball.
Okay.
Because
how do you feel about his improvement on defense this year? Think he's number 4 in steals?
I think a lot of that has to do off the court. Like the coaches are getting him in the film room, so he knows what guys are going to do. He's prepared mentally, and the fact that he's not playing in the shape early in the game, like he's already, he's already to be aggressive when the time presents itself with knowledge. So, yeah, I think that's the biggest improvement, and it's one you can see.
Speaking of being in shape, we talked about this earlier. I told you that there is a concern amongst the layman's, the unwashed, the people that don't know basketball, the commoners,
right?
I like to call them, that say that Luka's gonna be tired. That Luka can't handle the load that Dallas is putting on him.
Look,
what do you say to those people?
National TV and NBA Twitter was on a tangent yesterday before the game. Like they were, like that was a big deal about how Luka don't pass the ball and he's a ball hog and he's not that good. And it's like you have to really watch the games to know what's going on.
Right.
Because me, even as a super fan, I watch the games and I'm like, well, maybe if he does it this way, in that way, and he has. All the ways I've asked him to be.
He heard you.
Yeah.
He heard you. He was like, I got you, Ice.
I got you. And he tried it, and maybe he got it from the coaching staff. And they tried it, and guess what? This team isn't good.
Not yet.
No, they're not good. And
also, so this is it. You're passing the judgment. This is the 20 game mark. I feel like it's fair to pass judgment on teams now.
Oh, I've been past it. That's your thing.
Yeah,
it's not mine.
Yeah, I like to give them 20 games.
Giannis was the MVP after 10 games. So yeah, you got to be the same when I'm insane.
Cool.
I mean, that's what I have to say to them. Like, y'all not watching the games.
Okay.
Like, the way all these guys are playing terrible is because he's giving them the ball so they can be terrible.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to get an assist if they don't make the shot afterwards.
Yeah.
That was a graphic on the game, too. It showed Reggie Bullock, Dorian Finney-Smith, Kleba, and another shooter, and they were all like drastically below their career average and field goal percentage for the year. And the only one that I said has an excuse to that is Reggie Bullock, because he historically is like that. For some reason, he doesn't ramp up shooting wise until next month, historically. But everybody else kind of low.
All right.
Oh, it was Tim. That's what it was. It was Tim, of course. Mr. 2 for 20 in the past, like during the whole losing streak, he was like 2 for 20 or some shit. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. My assessment of this team is they are very reminiscent of what they were last year. And I'm not seeing anything that's fixable on offense outside of make the shot. You know?
He said, all right,
this is basketball. You got to put the ball in the basket. But what I'm seeing is that these shots they're taking are good, right?
Yeah.
And they're just missing them. So, but what I am seeing is that there are continued errors and lacks of intensity in these rotations when it comes to defense.
Oh man,
like it's just not there yet. So I'm going to say that I'm going to be optimistic, and they will get this defensive scheme down in T-minus, wait for it, 2 weeks. All right.
Was what, Christmas?
Yeah,
right before Christmas.
Right before Christmas.
Yeah,
they'll get the defense down, and then you will see those results turn into W's in T-minus 4 weeks. Pretty much turn it a new year. Winning streaks happening.
Yeah.
That's my assessment of the Mavs. What do you think of that? Am I crazy for being that optimistic? Should I just bury him now? Should we just trade the whole team?
Okay. Is it based on the win last night?
No. It's based on the fact that I saw this last year in person.
Okay, yeah.
Like I saw it and I was like, I was exactly where you were. I was like, this team's not good. These niggas are bums. It's just Jalen and Luka out there. You know what I'm saying? And the rest of y'all niggas suck.
You know what's crazy? I didn't see that last year.
Yeah.
Last year I was just like, nah, they're just a new team. So the fact that it's damn near the same guys from last year.
It damn near is, but it's different because your surrogate son is playing a lot more now. And we got Christian Wood. And we also got JaVale McGee. And because we have those key rotation players, like the whole vibe is different now as far as like how do people play together. Oh, and we got Tim Hardaway back.
Yeah.
And he's just a whole he's just a chaos dude when he's on there. Like
your second favorite player.
Man, like love him or hate him, man. Like he's just going to bring a different dynamic because he's not just going to sit up there and pass the ball and play sound defense and all that stuff. Like he if he touches the rock 60% of the time, he takes that as I need to shoot this thing, right? Even when he's not open, even when it's a 1v3 fast break and he's the one against the three, like that's different because when he got hurt, the team was able to like learn how to play without him. Don't get it wrong, like the turnaround still happened with him, but that was him playing a very muted role. Yeah. Where he kind of learned, all right, I got to pick my spots. I need to give Jalen the ball here. Oh, I need to swing the ball to Maxey here. Oh, I need to cut here. This is where I'd be aggressive and cut to the hole. And, he's still, getting a rhythm for himself. And he's a rhythm player.
He is.
So, like.
Because he can go on some runs where it's like, hey, is this the third wheel that we needed?
Right. And we're gonna say that after he has like, a 28 bomb, 30 bomb, some shit like that, and we're gonna be like, yes, Tim,
be the third.
You are the third wheel. Yeah. And then the next game he'll give us 2 points, and we'll be like, what happened? So, I mean, that's just the Tim Hardaway roller coaster, and the team just needs to learn.
That's so exhausting.
The rotations, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I still saw mistakes on defense on the rotations, especially against Golden State, because Golden State is such a kinetic offense.
Dude, I tweeted that too. I was like, yeah, Golden State's going to have 80 points in the paint.
Niggas was running over each other, bumping into each other, wide open layups because they didn't communicate properly.
And the only thing
I saw Christian Wood literally like tell, I think it was a guard. I think it was just surrogate son. I think he told him to, hey, Josh, get that dude. And Josh like, what? No, I get this dude. You get that dude. And they like pointed, right? He did the first point. Josh was like, nah, you get that. And he did the other point. And then no one covered the dude that was being pointed to.
Yeah.
And it was just a straight
layup.
Draymond Green layup, So those are things that needs to be addressed, handled, and it'll happen in time. Unless Christian Wood is a dummy, and I don't think he is, we should be all right.
Yesterday was the first time where I saw the reason why Christian Woods isn't getting like regular minutes.
You saw it, right?
That was the first time I saw it. I was just like, yo, you don't know the scheme.
Yeah.
You don't know the defensive coverages.
Yeah. Yeah, I told you, man.
You don't.
He's out there. He's just floating.
And it got so bad on defense to where like he was out of sync on offense.
Right.
And I was just like, yeah, where's Davis Bertans? Like he needs these minutes. Where's JaVale McGee? Like
they put him out there for a little bit, but he's still coming back from that leg injury, so he's not gonna play too much.
Yeah, two trays in 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Fine by me.
Yeah.
Because Christian Wood had 4 points in 26 minutes and a bunch of fouls and a bunch of blown coverage.
So in summary, it seems like you say the team's bad. I say wait and see. Is that what we're saying? Is that what we're leaving it at? This is our quarter report on the Mavericks.
All right. So what makes them?
It's tough, right?
I'll touch this later. Let's go.
All right. Also with the quarter report of the NBA, I just want to run some records by you. All right, and you give me.
I've never been this exhausted in a win. Because it's like, fucking Golden State's 11-11, and we're 10-10.
Yep.
Like, why'd that feel like a playoff game? Why'd that feel like the battle of the West?
It definitely had a playoff feel. And I mean, it was a rematch of the Western Conference Finals. So
and it was the two leading scorers in the NBA. Like, I mean, Steph,
it was dope.
Steph was chefing.
He was chefing, and he was also shuffling his feet. Very funny though. Very funny. Let's play a little game. I want your instant reaction, quarter of the season report of these teams. You ready? The Nuggets are 13-7. Thoughts?
How?
The Kings are 10-9. They are in sixth place.
Mike Brown, Young Liz.
The Jazz are in eighth place. They're 12-11.
They need to lose more.
So keep the tank team alive.
Right.
Okay. In the East, Celtics is 17-4. First place.
Dude, who knew they had two amazing coaches behind Brad Stevenson? Because I really liked Brad for a while there.
Yeah, he was good.
And to get Joe to fill in like this, man, Joe was great.
They just keep on trucking. Speaking of keeping on trucking, Bucks are 14-5 in second place.
Giannis.
Not full strength either. Scary.
You're right. Yeah, fucking Giannis.
Clippers. I'm sorry, not Clippers. Cavaliers are 13-8. They're in third place.
Dude, sky's the limit on Cleveland. You got like,
Donovan Mitchell's the answer.
Yeah, you got true scoring weapons now.
With those solid defensive anchors.
Man, to cover that much ground on the floor,
yeah,
it's hard to score on. But then on the other end, you can go get buckets. And who knew Darius Garland had a 50 ball in him?
Listen, when you get drafted in Jedi robes,
oh yeah,
you know.
Oh yeah.
All right, you just there's something about you like never been done before, probably never be done again. But I'll never forget that about Darius Garland. Boy had a customized Jedi robe suit that he got drafted in, and I was like, I'm gonna watch this kid.
Fucking dope.
Don't know why they drafted him, because at the time they still had the other guard.
Oh, they knew.
But they knew.
They knew. I think the NBA knows.
Surprising. In fourth place in the East, Rick got them Indiana Pacers at 12-8. Your thoughts?
You're surprised. Not me, baby.
Not you? Help me understand.
Is Rick going back to his boy, Larry? Larry was like, let's put the band back together, brother. He did it last time with the Pacers when the Pacers had pieces. And he got them together. Brought us a ship. You're not going to get me to talk bad about Rick Carlisle on this pod.
I wouldn't dream of it.
All right. I'm not surprised though.
I just want to know your thoughts on it.
All they needed was health. That's all they needed. Rick was going to put it together.
Okay.
That's why he was like, Malcolm, you want to leave? Go.
What a gift. What a gift. Just to give that to the Eastern Conference champs and make them better. All right. Still a little upset about that. Because I think Malcolm Brogdon would be great on the Mavericks. Anyway, last team, ninth place, the Nets, 11-11. Thoughts? I believe this is your finals pick, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Man, they can just get to the dance. We'll see.
Okay.
Because Katie gave you a spicy 45 the other day. And I was just like, man. And he could do that every night, but he just chooses not to.
He's an easy sniper.
Easy sniper. Like, it was the most methodical, unguardable 45 I've seen since the last time he's given us a methodical.
Since the last time he's done methodical 45.
It's efficient. It's fluid. I mean, I know it's exerting because he's getting older.
Yeah.
But, man, to see somebody who's 7 foot and they're fading horizontally, pulling up, shooting behind the backboard, fucking beautiful. Like, cool. I really think he is the best, like, scorer of all time. But he has such a basketball mind. He knows that, like, that's not the game for me to come down and jack shots every time down.
Nah, he did that when he was young. He knew that's not.
Yeah, like he quickly figured out that, like, nah, that's not how you play in the NBA.
The last thought for the NBA, and we're gonna move on. The Bulls are 9-11, and the Lakers are 7-12. I do think that both of these teams. Oh, and the Heat is 10-11. I think that the three of these teams are underperforming
severely.
Then the only one that I expected to underperform like this would be the Lakers. That's what I'm a little surprised by.
Really?
Yeah, the Lakers is just a time bomb waiting to happen in AD's knees. All right, like I love AD, man, but like I don't care how prolific he looks. It's only a matter of time. So I kind of factor that in, you know. Yeah. Plus, they don't have no shooting, so
yeah, they ain't got no shooters.
Yeah, so I mean, what did they expect? But the Heat though and the Bulls, I'm like, y'all should be way better than this.
Something's going on in Chicago because the other day they sat Zach LaVine late in the game.
Okay,
and I was just like, what the fuck are y'all doing? I think he's earned the right, even if he's playing terrible, he's earned the right to close the game.
So something's deeper going on.
Something's going on in Chicago.
Got it. It's tough being light-skinned in Chicago.
And I don't think it's a rift between the team. I think it's him and the coaching.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, the coach makes the decision, so yeah. Well, I actually like that coach, so we'll see.
We'll see. Yeah,
we will see. That is the quarter report for the NBA. Let's move on to a little segment I like to call NFL Corner.
All right,
where your boy gives you the hottest takes from the NFL. If you don't know a little bit something about NFL Corner, both me and Ice took a solemn vow to just detox from the NFL a while back.
It was a vow.
We didn't know that we did it, but we did it because we did it simultaneously, independently of each other.
No discussion.
We just did it, right? It was a very organic thing. Your experience was different than mine. You actually saw the decimation of the Cowboys firsthand.
And I was done.
You were done. And I just made the decision in the comfort of my own home. I was like, you know what? I'm done, you know? And because we're doing this show, we realized that the NFL is still the NFL. Just because we quit doesn't mean that the world quit.
And we live in Dallas, so
we live in cowboy country. We
have to address the star in the room.
And I maintain that if the Cowboys win a Super Bowl, then I will return. And low key, if they get to the Super Bowl, I might return. But until then, I just can care less. However, we just had Thanksgiving.
Oh man,
here in Dallas, like that is tradition. You watch your Cowboys on Thanksgiving Day with your fam, and that's exactly what I did. And it was my time to see some full NFL games. Let me tell you something.
What's up? What's up? What'd you see, man? Because you haven't watched football in a minute. So what'd you see, bro?
So apparently, word on the street is that the Cowboys is that nigga in the NFC. Like they're that team that's believable, and it's all predicated on the defense, which I saw. I saw the defense working. However, my understanding is that the Giants don't have a wide receiving core. So why are we having such a problem with them? That's one. Two, offensively, kind of boring. I was yawning a lot. Like, it was a lot of comeback routes. It was some very short yards on the ground. And apparently Zeke is an old man now. And ever since he got paid, he's not good, apparently. And we got Tony Pollard, who is good. But I already knew that he was good. Because as soon as we got that dude, he was this fantasy darling. Like, but apparently, like, now that's come to a head years later. So it's...
You said fantasy darling.
Dude catches the ball, runs the routes, runs between the tackles, can very quick scat back. Pollard's dope, all right, and he always was. But apparently it's still a thing that we got to define roles here in the backfield. I guess because we paid Zeke. Doesn't matter. The point is that I think that the Cowboys are a almost complete team.
Right.
But I am not seeing the wide receiver.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
some people try to tell me that CeeDee Lamb's that dude. I'm just like, I'm not seeing it. He looks all right. He looks like a cool slot receiver to me. But he don't look like a one. You know? And they was like, oh, but he caught that ball with his helmet. I was like, bruh, that's not, a thing. Like
him being talented and him being a one.
Two different things. I'm like, a one is a big target that can catch over double coverage. A one can run any route. A one usually takes the top off the defense. And
does he?
A one usually.
I don't think he takes the top off the defense. I think he does have a gravitational pull.
That's more what I mean to say.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. More of a gravitational tool, hence beating double coverage.
Right. Which will help the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the tight end.
Right. So
Devontae. Jeffrey.
I kept seeing Dak like throwing the Dak picks. It's every Thanksgiving. It's time for a Dak pick. And
hear me out.
Uh-huh.
Slow you down real quick. It's the receivers, man.
That's cool. Listen, I looked at the receivers and I was like,
these are not intricate pass routes.
These are comeback routes.
These are slants, comebacks, and flares.
Yeah. Count to 5, turn around.
So, and Kellen Moore is trying to add options into their routes.
Okay.
But for the most part, with this group,
no,
they're still not on the same page with Dak.
Okay.
And we've seen Dak they lost quiet as kept. They lost a lot of weapons from last year. He had a big year passing last year.
Yeah.
He ain't got that this year.
He ain't got no receivers.
So they're keeping it simple, and these guys are fucking up simple.
Okay. So my eyes wasn't deceiving me. Like, those receivers were lacking.
Right. It's not on Dakota. Am I saying Dakota is Peyton Manning? This isn't Omaha, no. But I'm saying it's the receivers. It's not Dakota.
Bet. Is it possible to lose? No. Is it possible to steal a home game? Because that's what I saw. Fast forward past Thanksgiving on Sunday.
Okay.
The Jacksonville Jaguars were in a dogfight with a very superior team, the Baltimore Ravens, and I just caught the end of it.
Any given Sunday.
I just caught the end, and I was like, "Holy shit! They're gonna steal this game, but they're at home." And then that got me thinking: is it possible? I think I just saw it. I think it's possible.
Any given Sunday.
The 2-point conversion for the dub.
Beautiful.
I didn't even know Doug Peterson was still coaching. I was like, oh, there he is. I gotta say, man, it was funny. I found that part entertaining, and that's all I got from my NFL corner. That's my notables.
Real quick, I'm gonna run through this. Man, Deshaun Watson is finna be the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns against Houston this weekend.
I heard Houston has won one game.
Yeah, they're bad. and you know what? For whatever reason, because I live in Texas, when Houston is good, it's good for the NFL in my eyes, even though I don't watch it.
Yeah.
But they're bad.
Okay.
So I don't know why he's coming back to play this week. Cleveland's 4-7. Maybe they're gonna have a run. It's
who's throwing the ball in Cleveland prior? Do we know?
Jacoby Brissett.
Really?
Yeah.
He's still playing? Okay. All right. I don't really think Jacoby Brissett is a premier talent. So
why'd you whisper that?
I'm just trying to think in my head. I'm just like, was he ever good? Like, I don't think he was at all. I think I remember some Patriot antics.
I don't think he was ever good.
That's the Patriot dude, right?
Yeah, he came from New England. He was the third string behind.
Yeah. And he won that game.
Right.
And then made a whole career out of that game.
Right. He went to Indy after that.
Oof. Rough.
Yeah.
Andrew Luck never did work out. What a muffet. Anyway.
I hate that for Andrew Luck. Like he's a good guy.
He was a great guy.
Yeah.
Lived up to the hype of the number one pick, all that.
Right.
Never worked.
Yeah. Texas kid, man.
I still don't know how you talk like a Muppet. Anyway, what do you think is going to happen when they play?
Let me. I'm not gonna linger on it too long. I think they'll win because Houston's bad.
Okay,
but that would be crazy if Cleveland makes a run because I mean their division is kind of weak this year.
It's weak.
Yeah, I mean
7-4, they're still in it. Oh wow.
4-7 is in the door is not shut.
Okay. Is that shut to be division leader or I mean open to be division leader or open to sneak as wild card or both?
Oh, wild card.
Okay.
Because
all right.
You saw Baltimore what they're doing.
Losing
to
Jacksonville apparently. To Doug Peterson antics.
The Bengals don't have their number one receiver, and T.J. Higgins isn't that guy.
Okay.
He's better than CD, but he isn't that guy. So Joe Burrow really don't have any outside weapons until old boy come back.
Okay.
The Steelers are 4-7, so yeah, the AFC North is wide open. The AFC West was supposed to be the tough division.
Yeah.
And it's not wide open. The Chargers
kind of open and shut.
The Chargers are supposed to be good, and they're starting to lose steam.
Did they move yet?
Yeah, they play in the arena with LA with the Rams.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
You see what Vegas is doing, man. You got David Carr here crying. You know, even with Devontae Adams, he's out here crying.
Okay.
The Let Russ Cook campaign is 3-8. And trust me, I'm a huge Danger Russ fan. All right, professional, good guy, professional, nice guy.
Oh man,
but
how's Seattle doing?
Seattle isn't anything to write home about.
So what we have here is a classic scenario of they were both equally contributing to their wins, and apart they can't do it.
Seattle 6-5 with Geno at the helm.
Didn't even know he was still a thing.
Oh,
He wasn't even a quarterback when I was watching.
yeah, Geno is back as a starter. He's 6-5 for Seattle.
Geno has the skill set that they can work with a Russ designed team. What I mean by that is that scrambling QB, marginally athletic, bit of arm strength, you know. Just don't turn the ball over. You're good.
Right. Oh yeah. Yeah. Nah. I mean, it's low threat.
You can sneakily make like 2 or 3 scores a game. Trust the defense to handle everything else.
That word sneakily, I would like to use it to describe the Kansas City Chiefs, who were supposed to be bad. You let Tyreek Evans go to Miami.
Mm-hmm.
You draft a couple of no-name kids who wasn't highly sought after. You look towards the future, like, we're gonna go young. We're not gonna spend a lot of money, and you're still rich.
I mean,
9-2 and gaining steam. They looking better now than they were in the beginning of the year.
I mean, we still got Andy Reid, right?
Fucking genius.
And we still got the cheat code that is the QB, right?
QB1, Mahomes.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
And Kelsey,
possibly the greatest tight end ever.
possibly.
I mean, listen.
9-2.
I think if that's what all they did, that's a smart move, because a lot of people like to overvalue what Tyreek Hill brings to the football field, which is unbelievable speed, take the top off, right? But it's very one-dimensional.
I'm not gonna say that, because Tua doesn't have half the toolbox that Mahomes does, and Tyreek Hill is still killing.
No. I'm not saying that Mr. Hill is not that dude. He is. All right? Like, this is world-class speed we're talking about here. I mean Olympic speed, right?
Yeah, world class, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
So I'm not saying
game-changing speed.
I'm just saying that in the game of football, it's not just one receiver. Like, you can, if you lose that type of weapon, but you still have a cheat code that is Patrick Mahomes, and you get some marginal talent around him, he'll Brady that thing. How many times did Brady in his prime have a whole bunch of no names and they're looking like superstars out there because he's just throwing niggas open? You know?
It happened early when he came in for Bledsoe.
Yep.
Because Bledsoe didn't have the coldest team ever.
Yep.
It happened late when they lost Hernandez. Gronk was hurt. They let the running backs go.
Yep.
And it was just like him and Edelman. And him and Edelman were like, all right.
He's cooking.
Here we go.
With a whole bunch of no names.
I don't know who these guys are.
Yeah. But they got the jersey on. Someone throw it to them.
Right.
My point is that, like, when you have that type of quarterback, you can let that kind of talent go.
I don't know, because it's not working for Rodgers right now.
Aaron Rodgers is kind of washed.
Whoa,
sir.
Sir.
It's kind of washed.
He was washed enough to beat these Cowboys in overtime.
Listen, when you know how to do something intrinsically in your life, when it's so much to the point where you can, like, do it with your eyes closed, like, right. I don't know, tying your shoe.
Right.
That is what Aaron Rodgers does to the Cowboys. I don't care what the situation is, how bad his team is, how good the Cowboys are. You saw it firsthand. Aaron Rodgers owns the Cowboys, and he always will. It's just that simple. He did it to Dak multiple times. He did it to Romo multiple times. And I was hurt every time.
I saw it in person, and me and strangers, people I did not know, cried together.
Yeah. It's tough, man.
It's traumatic.
It's hard. All right. So what I'm getting at is that don't confuse one man's dominance over one team with just Patrick Mahomes' cheat code dominance. You know what I'm saying? It's two different things. However, I'm not an expert. All right.
Oh no.
So I'm always going to defer to the people that have been watching NFL. Unless you've just been talking reckless, and I might just tune you out. But
oh wow,
that's real. You watch it more than me, so I will defer to you.
Yeah.
But it was entertaining to see a stolen home game. That was just hilarious to me. I took a little picture of it and wrote about it. It was pretty funny. Anything else for NFL Corner? This is actually a whole NFL segment. I'm a little proud of us. This is not an NFL Corner. Like, we actually like hung out. Got a bite to eat. You know what I mean? It's more like NFL Street. You know? Shout out to that game, by the way.
Man, I can't wait. I honestly, like, closetingly, like, I hate to say this out loud, I want to see what this last Cowboys and Eagles game looks like.
We lost the last game?
Yeah.
Then we will win that game. Cowboys and the Eagles always split, historically. Ice, we talked a little bit about the quarter point of the NBA.
Talked a lot about it.
We talked way more than I thought we would about the NFL.
It's that time of the year, though.
True.
It's that time of the year.
And I just want to say, I'm proud of us. We did okay with the NFL thing. I didn't expect to talk more than 5 minutes about the NFL. And I felt like, the little bit of NFL viewing I saw, my NFL brain cut on a little bit, and I saw some shit.
Right. Like I said, I literally watch it and keep up with it for the show because everybody around me watches it, but I wouldn't consider myself a viewer. I think I'm just doing my homework.
Yeah.
To be fair and unbiased.
Yeah.
For us being experts at certain things.
Yeah.
And sometimes not.
Sometimes we're not an expert.
Yeah.
But, that's why we named it what we named it. And I think that's a wrap on episode 8 on Trust Me, I'm Not an Expert.
Yeah, let's
podcast. Let's go and get out of here. Remember to subscribe, follow.
Don't start that shit, man.
Okay, I won't.
All right.
I won't.
It's Twitter. It's Instagram. It's TikTok. It's YouTube.
Hey, if Elon ruins Twitter, do we gotta move?
Nah, me and Elon, we go back. He cool.
All right, cool. All right, then
we good.
We'll keep looking at this on Twitter if it's still here by next week. Talk to you later. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff. Enjoy the rest of your week, people, and we out.
Peace.